What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and yes, we are later than normal getting this review out. But y'all, this reunion, why do we have three parts? Why are we just gonna spend the whole reunion trying to make Kiki look like a drug addict, allowing Betty to talk a bunch of nonsense, not talking about the Scots and what's really going on, and not talking about the revenge P? Child, let's just get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming here with a force. Yeah, blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. But we not rise on board. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, man. But thank God for the journey that's good plus. Yeah, gratitude is a must. Yeah, blessings all for my right hand. But I toast to the friends that they club every load. One time, sit down in a class and we pour that only sit the road and they go on with the road.
Looking for ways to improve your health? Look no further. Visit www.shayreneeonline, where we provide healing beyond the prescription pad. We have hand-blended teas and herbs that are going to provide you with ultimate immune health, cold-pressed juices, as well as sea moss gels that are going to provide you with your daily vitamins and nutrients in just 2 tablespoons. Shop www.shayrenee.net and receive free shipping on all orders over $75. Don't wait, because a healthy life is ahead.
So y'all, this part of the reunion really kind of irritated me a lot. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It is 10 o'clock at night here in the DC area, and I see y'all are rolling through. Kalani Harrelson says, I say that's a lot, but I really love this theme song. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, love your reviews. Good evening. Good evening, Demi Bell. How you doing? Angie, what's up? What's up, Angie? How you be? Thank you so much for holding it down for me. Okay. Then we have Gwendolyn Love is in the chat. Hey, Shay in chat. What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get right on in. Let me say this before we get to the inevitable. I am tired of them allowing Tisha to talk all this shit. Hold on, it ain't time for me to be cussing yet. But fuck it. I'm tired of them allowing Tisha to talk all this shit. It's okay for her to talk about Kiki cheating and paying for the husband to go on a date with another bird, all this and the third. But let somebody come and say something about you and your husband. It's a problem. Oh, who goes there? We better not talk about me. I can talk about you all day, but y'all better not say nothing about me. Where they do that at? In reality TV, we got to talk about people's reality. Now, on the flip side, am I tired of us talking about Tisha and the cheating with Marceau and not having anything produced? Absolutely. But I damn sure don't want to roll into now we talking about Kiki cheating on her husband and y'all sitting up there trying to make Kiki look like the biggest dope fiend in Huntsville, Alabama. Y'all can kiss the ashiest side of my black ass with that story if that's what y'all trying to do. Let that shit breathe and go. Okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all ain't seen this girl take not at least as much of a Tylenol. So why are you continuing to try to say that this girl is over here popping pills? Now, you just said Stormy was popping pills. Now you want to say Kiki is still a drug addict, but ain't gave her not one daggone piss test to prove it. I know Kiki's still on drugs. Well, bitch, do you know whether you're getting cheated on or not? I think you know that too. I think you do. I'm tired of this. I'm going to tell y'all right the fuck now. We're going to go on through this review, but I'm watching this show, and I want the Scots the hell up off the show. Kimmy and Maurice barely talk. Maurice suits so damn tight, maybe he couldn't even cough up as much of a word to speak. I don't even remember him damn speaking at all this episode. Kimmy ain't about shit. Want to argue back and forth with me, go back and forth. You know you male. No, you male. No, Mel, you tell her because I don't want to have to tell the truth. I'm on the men's side. Kimmy, why are you here? And Tisha, if you're not going to talk about your life, why the hell are you here? Marceau is just here to start shit and try to make fake beefs with people. Why are any of the Scotts here? Let's just make a show around the damn Fletchers. Mel can start a new show with boss women doing business and living her life, living her best life. Get this thing lifted where she can show children, show her life, and that's it. Because the rest of these motherfuckers, I really don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about what none of these people is talking about because they ain't got shit to talk about. And Stormy, you really don't either because you sitting up here like you above anything petty, like you ain't got time for these broke ass people that's sitting on the stage with you and diminishing your qualities. Why are you on national TV? Why are you even on reality TV? I don't even get it. It's like Stormy wanted it so bad, but now that she see what it's all about, she ain't checking. And we're gonna get into your little Freddy Krueger face ass mama, okay? Yeah, I see she try to put a weave in that head, try to get a wig put up on that head because she ain't want us going on them little skinny ass, bullshit ass locks she got on her head. It's 24 degrees of separation between each of her damn locks and her personality. Okay, so moving on, y'all. The reunion part 2 starts off where Tisha is still going at Keke and her husband cheating and whatnot, and she comes up with this whole cockamamie thing about, hey, you pay for your husband to take somebody else out on a date. That was 18 fucking years ago, bitch. Why the fuck are we even talking about this? I'd have been like, well, bitch, your husband did a whole lot of shit. I mean, I'm sure your husband had less hips than you back 18 years ago. Now he is thicker and a snicker than you. The fuck? Why are we even talking about that? You thought you ate by bringing it up. So Keke clears it up and says, no, it's not that I knowingly paid for a date for him. He asked me for some money. I gave it to him. I went out and kind of find out we ended up at the same place and I saw him on a date with another girl. And who gives a shit? Now they married for 18 years and happily and got 3 children. Girl, what? Again, why are we bringing this up? The fuck? Girl, go sit down just bye. Boo and bye. She was just trying to get this damn reunion over with because the damn herringbone or whatever the fuck she got in that dress was pinching the fuck out of her. And she was tired of sitting there and not being able to damn breathe. That's what the fuck was going on. So moving on. Then Tisha begins to pull out some papers. And says this is why she wasn't talking to Keke because at the cookout, this why she wasn't talking to Keke at the cookout. And the paper showed where Keke was talking to the barber, asking what he has on Marceau. The barber says he would like everyone to be on the phone, and Tisha says Keke never once said, well, let me call my cousin and get my cousin on the phone. First of all, Tisha, you told Keke to figure out what the barber knows about Marceau. You told her because you came to her with the whole bullshit with the damn makeup artist and all this cockamamie BS. You came to her and said the stuff. So then you asked, and Keke was telling you, yeah, my makeup artist was telling me this, that, and the third, or whatever. I don't know what's going on. And then you go and you tell Keke to go and ask your makeup artist to figure out what's going on and see if Marceau did some bullshit. That's what you did. So you sent Keke to be Carmen fucking Sandiego. That's what you did. And then when Keke was ready to come back and tell you what's really good, you act like you ain't want to talk to her. So stop lying to people while you sitting on the stage. You're trying to sit up here and make it seem like Keke was trying to F you over. Boo and bye to you, girl. Boo and bye to you and your bullshit, Tisha. Nobody has time. Nobody has time because you are talking a bunch of nothing. It's a bunch of nothing. Let me tell y'all what it is with Keke and Tisha. Tisha feels like, bitch, this is my show. This is my time to shine. I don't need you over here effing up the scene, trying to get all up in my stuff. Okay. You over here trying to take the spotlight off of me. This is my show. This is my time to shine. You've always been the smarter one when we were growing up. You always was doing this and doing that. And now this is me. So please accept me for who I am. Please accept me for what I do. Because there's no me without you. There's no me being me and successful on this show if you come over here trying to get in my shit. That's what it is. Keke has always been that girl. And Tisha, as soon as that girl got on drugs, that was her time to shine. Not being that wasn't, you didn't look at that as, okay, I want to help my cousin be the bomb bitch that I always know that she has been. No, you looked at that as your chance to rise above her. That's exactly what it is. That's why you keep on bringing up the fact that she had been on drugs. You didn't go over there and try to figure out, oh, are you sober now? What can I do to help you continue to be sober? How can I not trigger you? Yet you sit up here and keep on, you trying to make everybody on here think that this girl has a dope fiend drip. Girl, what? You addicted to something. Addicted to being a dumbass over here with Marcel. You addicted to pretending like you really are that girl and you're not. You're mad because Keke really was that girl. Keke was smart. Keke was the one that everybody wanted to be around. Keke was the one that was friends with Mel first. Because obviously Mel can identify somebody that really got some shit going on with them. Even Coleslaw said that homegirl came to class with heels on. She was always fly. You mad at that. That's why you keep on trying to make everybody on this show think that Keke is the worst of the worst. And Keke, I hate that you sit up here and allow Tisha to do that to you. That's what you do. You sit up here and play right into her hands like Play-Doh. You let her mold you into whatever just so you can have a little piece of shine on this show. And it's actually ridiculous. Keke, talk about your own life. Stop talking about, because it's looking like you're obsessed with figuring out whether Marceau is cheating or not. I don't even know why you even want to be around Tisha's dumb ass. She is the dumbest person with 50 degrees that I've ever seen in my life. The dumbest. You were right to call her a dummy. And Carlos, you think you slick. Because this whole segment right here, he kept on saying, well, Keke, have you ever been high? Have you ever done this? Have you ever done that? And blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, are you high right now? Hey, do you have a pill or two? You sure? Is that Excedrin or a perk? What do you got? What are you doing? Then he tried to say, oh, and you have been disgruntled, like even the staff said that you've been really extra and you've been doing this and doing that. Carlos, what are you talking about? You don't know what the hell you talking about. Then they tried to make it seem like, Keke could have possibly used Mel's piss. Picture that. Mel sitting over the toilet pissing in a cup for Keke. Ain't no damn way. Then y'all sat up there and tried to get Mel in the bullshit. That's what I didn't like either. Mel told you, I gave her the test. Everything checked out. What do you want from me? And they were looking at Mel pissed off because she wasn't joining in on the bandwagon of talking shit about Keke and lowering her sobriety. And they wanted her to join in and say, oh, yeah, she has been acting weird. She's been doing this. She's been doing that. No, she hasn't. Keke is extra as fuck. That's her personality. I can see that. Keke is the type of person that gets riled up if shit happens. She don't like when somebody talking shit about her. She said to Tisha, I don't like when people ignore me, so I was triggered. That doesn't mean I'm crazy. Yeah, I threw a drink on you because I was pissed. Was that okay for her to do to Tisha? Absolutely not. I don't agree with that. Would I probably did the same thing? Probably. Because I don't like to be disrespected either. And you're going to sit up here after you asked me to go to this barber and get all this information. I'm sitting on this call with them talking about God knows what. This is the same call that's been passed around to all the bloggers. Okay, one person tried to make 8 segments out of it. But once everybody started getting video, now we really saw what it was. Bottom line is, the barber wanted to get on the show. He wanted to get something out of this whole situation and try to bring some publicity to himself. And even Carlos made reference to it by saying, you know, Huntsville is a very popular show and there's a lot of people that want to be a part of it. Basically, he was shading the barber to say that the barber just wants to be on the show. Period. But Carlos, you are trifling. Okay? You did not handle this Keke situation the way that you should have. You sat up there and made it seem like this girl is high as a kite and Tisha and them have some validity behind what the hell they're talking about. And you have no proof. You don't have any, you have every piece of proof that the girl is not high. Mel, your executive producer, might I add, did a whole test. But y'all want to, instead of y'all talking about, okay, well, Tisha, she actually isn't on drugs. Why do you keep saying that? You didn't come back to her with that. Y'all want to hound down the point of, well, it was methadone. So, you know, you did knowingly say that you take methadone. So why did it come back positive for methadone? Did you use someone else's pee? We cleared that up. Mel said she couldn't have because I went in there with her and I wasn't pissing in no cup for her. That is defamation of character. No one should be able to sit around and say that somebody is on drugs that is not. It's fucked up. Mind you, Kiki, where's your husband? Why the hell your husband wasn't sitting up there with you? I don't understand that. Because y'all sat up there and allowed Kiki to be hounded down like a dastardly dog that bit somebody and now the whole town wants them put down. That's what y'all treated her like on this stage. Everybody attacking her. You know what, Kiki? I do say that your ass talk too fucking much. You be on live too much. You be interviewing people too damn much, but you ain't deserve this shit here. You definitely didn't deserve this. This was royally terrible. I can't believe, like, kudos to you for making it through this segment and being able to hold your own with these people because they are very much so hell bent on trying to make you look like some dope fiend. But I needed her husband to be there to defend her. That's what I want. That's what I wanted. She's always seemingly up here defending herself by herself. And it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. But anyway, moving on. Carlos asked Mel and Kimmy if Tisha is in denial of what is she is being told by Kiki. And Mel said, go, Kimmy. Kimmy says, no, go, Mel. Mel says, go, girl. Kimmy, just tell the fucking truth. Let the world know that you think Tisha is dumb as a box of rocks too. But you know what? She ain't gonna do that. She's not gonna do that, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Kimmy is not gonna admit that that Tisha is stupid because her ass is fucking stupid too. Very fucking dumb. In the sunken place. Both of them. In the sunken place together. Okay? So when you in the sunken place together, not together, apart, okay? I'm not going to say nothing about you, sis. I'm not going to say nothing about you because we doing the same shit. So how I'm going to come for Tisha and I'm just as dumb as her? Because that's what Kimmy is. You allowing your husband to make you look like a dumbass on TV, and you just went through fighting for your life, and all he keep on seemingly talking about is when he can dip his dick into your pussy hole. That's it. And Tisha over here looking for clout every 5 minutes. I'm sick of all of y'all. I'm really sick of everybody on this show, for real. Sick of them, okay? Sick. Moving on. So Kimmy finally says, you know, basically she feels like Tisha is not in denial, but she really just feels like Tisha needs, you know, evidence. If people are going to keep on saying that Marceau is cheating on her, then the least they can do is come out and have some daggone evidence. Okay, girl, whatever. Whatever. Unbelievable. Like, you had back pics. You had the chick. It's just, child, I don't give a damn if the man is cheating at this point. I really just don't care. I don't care if he's cheating. I just want y'all to talk about y'all real life. If your real life ain't cheating, why are y'all allowed? This is what pissed me off. I'm gonna tell y'all right here. It really pisses me off that Carlos allows the Scotts 1.0 and 2.0 for that matter to get away with absolute murder. Absolute murder. We never talked about why Kimmy don't want to discuss Maurice coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning and she don't never say nothing. We never dive deep into that. We never dive deep into why it took them 8 years to fucking get married. We never visited Jalen. We never brought Jalen back on the show to see how he feels about how his mother is being treated by his new stepdaddy. None of that. We never dove deeper into how Kiowa's husband feels about his wife still pining after her ex-husband. That's y'all's story right there. I'm giving y'all a storyline. Y'all ain't talking about none of that shit, but yet you want to talk about Astro gliding up Kimmy's pussy. We don't care about that. That's not your real life. Let's move on over to Scott's 1.0. You motherfuckers are deep in debt. Deep down in my heart. You are in debt, okay? Allegedly. You got everybody trying to sue you under the sun. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about why y'all don't never finish a fucking project? Why don't we talk about how you don't own black by yourself, but all your family photos is all around, but you own it allegedly with a bunch of other cues? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about your mother and your father and why y'all like this. We don't talk about how Marceau still don't do nothing with his children. We don't talk about why Tisha ain't never sold a damn house, but went and got a broker's license. What are we doing with that? We don't talk about what y'all did with that money with the Black Expo. Where did it go? What you put it towards? Kimmy, are you still a nurse? What happened with the it's so many things. It's so many things that we could be talking about in their lives that we don't talk about. Don't get it. I don't get it. But we continue to belabor the point about, oh, is Marceau cheating? Wait, but we can't talk about that because it's in a contract. But we're going to keep on trying to get Tiffany to come back on the show so that she can ask all the questions and, you know, try to be a little weasel through the crew for Carlos. That's why Carlos wants Tiffany back on the show. And we're going to talk about that. That was his mole. And everybody knows it. Marceau liked her too because she was messy and she kept him with some camera time. He don't give a damn as long as he get camera time and don't really have to talk about himself or really tell the truth about his life. But he wants just enough drama so that he can stay on the show. That's it. It's so many other things that we don't talk about. We didn't stay on why Marceau went to Africa by himself. Who the fuck did you go with? How he went to bachelor parties and all that. It's so many things. Why you don't know that your son is allergic to peanut butter? Child, moving on. I'm about sick of them. They can get off my screen for real. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to see them anymore, because if y'all not going to be real, don't be on reality TV, because at the end of the day, everybody keeps on talking about, we are tired of hearing about Martel and Mel and that. That's the only thing that's going on that's real on this show. And even with that, which we're going to get into, they don't even dive into what's real with that. It's a lot of fake shit going on in this show, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Okay? It's a whole lot of fake shit. But moving on. Mel responds and says that she thinks, from experience, she will want to have proof before walking away. And Tisha hasn't had any concrete evidence. Mel, you are very right. Why do I think Mel is right? Mel took the road less brutal. She said, you know what? Do I want to sit up here and be combative with Tisha in her tight dress for the rest of this reunion? Yeah, no. I'm going to actually just bow out gracefully, because at the end of the day, I don't want nobody saying, Mel just jealous of my marriage. She mad because I'm marriage and she not. Girl, I'm exhausted. You know what, Mel? I feel you. This is probably what you sat there, you thought about it, because you were like, hey, I'm already hot in this dress. My tinsel, my dress made of Christmas tinsel. I'm sitting up here burning up, okay? Got a lot of hair on my head. I'm sweating under here, okay? I used a good deodorant today because I knew I was about to be wearing this thick-ass dress. So I'm not about to sit up here and argue with Tisha, okay? Because my armpits are already arguing with this Christmas tinsel on this dress. So I'm going to pick my battles very well, okay? That's what I'm going to do. Moving on. So they go over Kiki's highlight reel, and Carlos says Kiki's behavior has been erratic. Even on, we talked about that cast and crew and the barbecue. She seemed on a mission when Tisha ignored her. We went into all of that. Again, Carlos, you doing too much. Talking about then we go into, he asked Kimmy and Maurice, this about the last time they actually talked on this episode. He was like, what did you guys think about Kiki's behavior? And did you guys think that she was on drugs or whatever with her behavior? And Maurice gonna say, well, I thought, what the hell did he say, y'all? Let me find out what the damn clown says. Maurice says Maurice says that Keke basically sacrificed Tisha just to have a moment. That's what he said. So basically, he feels like Keke sacrificed her relationship with Tisha so that she could have a moment on the show. No, you fucking ghost. She did not sacrifice her relationship with her cousin. Their relationship has always been fucked up. Duh. They've been saying that. They've been in competition all their life. All their life they had to fight. Basically, all Tisha's life, she had to fight with competing with Keke. Keke has always been better girl. And instead of Tisha being a good cousin and celebrating her cousin, she always was hating on her. But you couldn't get enough because you just loved her. You loved her. You wanted to be around her because you wanted to soak up her essence. That's what it was. You couldn't get enough of Keke because you wanted to be just like her. Just say that. And Maurice, you sitting up here talking about somebody stealing a moment. Boy, what? Get a moment. Hell, I want you to steal a moment. Please have a moment, because you have not talked not one moment. You have not brought not one thing to this show that makes me be like, you know what? I like Maurice. I need him to stay around. At first, you were just there. I never really liked Maurice or thought that he was, some needed character. He's never given, I see why you're here. I don't get it. So why don't have an opinion? Because you just talking a bunch of shit, just like your wife. So they get to Kimmy, and then Kimmy gonna say, at first I really didn't think anything about her and her sobriety, but then she came to the cookout, she was super sweaty and seemed nervous. So now I'm just kind of thinking that she did relapse. Girl, Kimmy, aren't you a nurse? Let's talk about this. Kimmy, you are a fucking nurse. So you should know methadone is the reason why homegirl was sweating. Or maybe she's coming down off of something, or she's taking something that's making her do that. Did you even think to ask? How about that? As a nurse, that should have been your first thought, to ask, hey, you seem a little sweaty. You seem a little wet, a little saturated. Okay. It's already hot here in Alabama, but you're sweating profusely. Are you okay? This looks like a little something extra, a little ice water. Probably can't help. Is there anything that I can get for you? Okay. That's when you ask a question diplomatically. Say, hey, I'm a nurse. I noticed you're sweating a lot. How can I help? Then that would have given Keke the opportunity to say, girl, this is from the methadone. Then Kimmy could make an assessment. Oh, gotcha. But you over here assuming shit. But you a nurse. But we supposed to believe that your libido is just gone because, of this XYZ. It's medical. We believe that. We agree with that. So why can't it be medical with Keke? Oh, it's only medical when it's you. Everybody is only supposed to cater to situations when it's you. Unbelievable. You so into the medical field and you pay attention and you really researched all this stuff where it came to your illness, which you should have. I agree. You should know all about what's going on with your body. But if you see another person struggling, don't sit up here and put this aura over them, or you just putting all this negativity around them, thoughts around what's going on with them, and you didn't even think to ask her what's going on with her. Kimmy, you are full of shit. You and Maurice, okay? And peace be with your dry ass pussy. Moving on, because keep your mouth dry. How about that? Keep your mouth dry and keep your lips shut, because I don't want to hear nothing else from you for the rest of this reunion, because you are giving absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Period. Okay? Moving on. So basically, Keke says she will take a test today, and Marcel says he would like to see that because he thinks she's lying. Marcel, who gives a fuck what you think? I would like you to measure your hips and see if your hips is bigger than your wife's. That's what I would like to see. Legs, hips, and breasts. I would like to see if y'all sharing bras. That's what I would like to see. So, but who gives a fuck about what the hell I think? Just as much as we don't give a shit about what the hell you think. Go sit down in your TJ Maxx suit and your Steve Madden specials on your feet, okay? Don't nobody give a damn about what the hell you talking about. You always in the middle of somebody's shit, but you the same one. You gave a definition to Tiffany of, a Karen is a person that's always in everybody's business and, always making things about them. That seems to be what the fuck you doing. You making this broad addiction about you, because then you want to talk about how you was picking her up on the side of the road because she's scratching and surviving. And, her husband took her kids away from her. And I was picking you up 8 times. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You was not picking her up. Okay? She talked about the one time where you picked her up because she was stranded at some hotel or somewhere and her husband put her out. She admitted that. Y'all corroborated the story in a previous episode. I can't remember exactly what happened because I'm going to tell y'all, frankly, my dear, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't really care that much about deep diving into Kiki's sobriety. All I care about the fact that she is sober and obviously maintaining it. And I don't like the fact that people are sitting up here trying to put this stigma around her and again make this girl look like she's up here high as a kite, and she's not. Now, Kiki, you had to have been high to let somebody cut them old ass. Now, child, that's just like me taking these old ass braids that I got in my hair right now, because y'all, they gonna be fresh on Friday, I promise. But taking these old ass braids, cutting them into a fucking bob, and going on a damn reunion. Kiki, you tried it with that, okay? Yeah, your new growth is out of this world. You could have at least tightened up the front and the top, the part that's gonna be on the camera, baby. Yeah, that was concerning. I'm very concerned. Why would we cut these braids into a bob that are old? It's disrespectful. But moving on, okay? Because yeah, I was confused when I seen her come out there. I was like, the dress is giving, but the hair, ooh, 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 it's bad. Girl, what? Moving on. So Kiki, reiterates that she has been sober, and blah blah blah. Okay. Tisha says Kiki needs help trying to make her look like an Tisha keeps saying Kiki needs help and says, basically just trying to make Kiki look like an addict, and they basically just want Kiki off the show. That's just what it is. Y'all are trying to sit up here. That's your goal. You're trying to make Kiki look like an addict so that Carlos can be like, oh, wow, we can't manage that. This is a lot. We don't want to. That's a liability. So that's what y'all are trying to do. Y'all are sitting up here trying to make Kiki look like a liability so you can get her off the show because you're hating. I don't understand that. I don't understand how y'all can be family and you not trying to put your family on. I don't get it. Like, Tisha is such a hater and so jealous that and I'm not going to say jealous. I'm just going to say she's a fucking hater. She don't want nobody to have more than her. She don't want nobody to be doing better than her. She can be the only one that's famous in the family. That's it. She feel like Kiki had her star all their life. Now let me have my star that I'm never going to get on the Hollywood Hall of Fame on this show. Period. Okay? But moving on. Carlos asks if Tisha thought Kiki was still on drugs after the Crimestoppers video. And Kiki interjects and says, how was I going to do anything with a lock? What was I going to do with the lock? So then Marcel, because his ass used to work at fucking Home Depot, and I used to work at Lowe's Home Improvement way back in the day when I went to Morgan State. So when you take something from the store, and I used to work at the customer service desk, so that's how I know this. So that's how I know Marcel know, because he used to work at Home Depot, and he keep it up. His ass gonna be right the fuck back there with them TJ Maxx suits on. But moving on. If you take something, you can take it back to the store without a receipt, and they will give you a Home Depot gift card. Okay. So now people, will go, if you a fiend or whatever, people used to do it all the time. They would come and take big ticket items though, like lawnmowers or like always something in the landscaping area. They would come and get something like that. Not a lock. Like, locks are not that expensive. Like, locks are like 50 bucks, whatever. Okay. Unless you get some serious locks, they like maybe $100 and something, maybe $200. Okay. So she wouldn't really get much money for that if she was trying to, return that and get it on a gift card and sell it. So that's what Marcel was insinuating that she was doing. He was like, yeah, she just probably put the money on a gift card and sold it. Now, the gag is, the story in the streets is that Marcel still has said connections at Home Depot. Somebody took a picture of Kiki leaving out of Home Depot. This was a normal trip for her to Home Depot. She ain't steal not a damn thing. And they just took her picture, got it on Crimestoppers, and made her look like a thief. But it really was somebody else in the store that was stealing, and it wasn't Keke. So my thing is, if in fact this story is true that Marceau did all of this and worked up these connections with some people that he worked at Home Depot with, one, if I'm a person that works at Home Depot in loss prevention, I'm not about to lose my job over this big hip bastard, okay? I'm not about to be doing that. And number two, what am I getting out of making this girl look crazy? She obviously hasn't been prosecuted for it. Home Depot ain't said nothing about the situation. So clearly she didn't steal anything. So this is a scheme that somebody done set the hell up. And again, why are y'all so hell bent on trying to make this girl look crazy? Y'all are trying to make her look bad because you don't want her on the show anymore. Period. And y'all are stopping at all lengths to do that. It's crazy to me. I've never seen somebody stop at nothing like this to try to fuck over their family member. Absolutely crazy. But child, moving on. Keke, I would never try to rekindle no relationship with Tisha. Tisha is damn crazy. Y'all rivalry is out of this world. I would leave her alone. Just leave her alone, because homegirl is dumb and in denial. D&D. Okay, 2 D words that shouldn't go together, and it's terrible. So moving on, we have Tiffany and Louis join the couch, and Chris and Nell. Okay, Chris and Nell ain't really say shit, but I guess we're gonna get more from them in the next episode. But Carlos and Chris do little TikTok dance moves together. Chris and his suits, he look nice, but I just feel like his suits be doing a whole lot. Like the suit be talking before him. You get what I'm saying? Like it was like really yelling at me. Like his suit was like, hey, I'm here, before Chris. I was like, oh, hey, your suit. It's a lot going on there. But hey, he looked nice. He always looked well put together, but the suit was real loud. It was giving me Eddie Murphy raw. Like something he would have worn on a comedy show. But hey, whatever. So moving on. Then they go over, so they come out, and then instead of talking to the Fletchers, they go into Martel dating Shay, and Tiffany questioning Shay and Martel's relationship, Marceau calling Tiffany a Karen, then Martel asking Mel to pray on him and Mel getting back together. Then Nell questioning him wearing his old wedding ring. So Carlos asked if Martel and Shay are still together. He said they were just friends, they were never together. Then Carlos asked if they made a pact to film on each other's shows, and Martel said no, they just enjoyed each other. I never understood what this enjoyed each other stuff was. Like, okay, what does that mean, Martel? Like, clearly, you know what? I was always back and forth. Like, were they talking? Maybe not. Were they having? Did they even fuck? Like, going back and playing back their interactions in my head, they never really looked like they really was doing anything. It definitely looked like it was orchestrated. Like, ooh, Martel, you all over the news and stuff, and this and that and the third, and you can't keep your damn mouth shut. And I'm trying to hold on to this peach. Hey, wouldn't it be a lot of controversy if we got together? It always seemed fake to me. I know it was definitely put together, because the fact that y'all had people coming and taking pictures of y'all at the park. Let me tell you something. You ain't no Beyonce and Jay-Z. Ain't nobody following you around with no camera and coming to take pictures of you and your joggers, okay? Or of y'all fucking jogging. Nobody cares about y'all, okay? Damn sure don't care about you separately or equally together. So this was definitely a scheme that y'all set up. And honestly, I feel like Carlos put this together because he has this obsession with Bravo. So that was a way, because what y'all don't know is typically when you have a contract with a network, you can't actually go and film on another network. So Carlos must have made concessions for Martel to be able to go over there and film, because number one, that's more publicity for his show. And two, Sheree needed a love interest. So that forced Bravo to allow Martel to film over there. It's a genius move. Okay. So now Carlos is getting more publicity for his show on Bravo, which gets way more views than OWN. Okay. And then Sheree gets to play like she actually got a boyfriend. It was a genius idea that really was dumb, because these people didn't look bit more like they had any type of je ne sais quoi or connection whatsoever. Shout out to the 127 people that are in the building. Thank you so much for watching. Please, y'all, go and hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button on the way in and while you're here, okay? And comment as we're going along. Comment in the chat, because I'm going to be interacting with y'all as soon as I'm done giving my commentary. So thank you so much, Angie, for reminding me to do that, okay? All right. So then they began to go into Carlos asking Louis his feelings about Martel and Marcel approaching his wife and basically badgering the hell out of her, okay? Martel said that basically he feels like Louis owes him an apology, and Louis said no, he didn't. And they did do too much with his wife, because there's two men approaching a woman and basically going ham on her. And I agree with Louis, because why did y'all have so much oomph with Tiffany? Like, Martel, homegirl wasn't even your girl for real, okay? Y'all weren't together. You admittedly said that y'all were not in a relationship. Y'all were enjoying each other, whatever the fuck that means. Y'all were not together. So why did you give a shit about what Tiffany said to Sheree? Or maybe you just said something because Sheree felt offended. And so you felt like, oh, I can't mess with my check over there at Bravo, my bread and butter. So I'm going to go ahead and say something to this bitch, because I don't want Sheree getting mad and ending this whole thing before I get paid. I got to at least wait till the season over. Then you sit up here lying to your baby mama. You know what? You already told the scoop, because your baby mama aired your ass out. I don't know why you still fucking with her, because that bitch is your biggest downfall right there. Until you realize that you're going to continue to struggle in life. You really, really are. Because homegirl, you be telling her anything to keep her around, to suck your little curved dick, according to you. And take it to the flow all the way to the throat. That's what you got her around to do, because ain't nobody else about to be fucking with you. So you tell her any fucking thing to keep her around. And she goes and tells the people on live. So we already knew it was an arrangement. She told everybody on your live, congratulations, you played yourself. Sir, moving on. So he says, basically, Louis says he didn't appreciate Marceau calling Tiffany a Karen. And Marceau says he feels a Karen is a person who's over opinionated and puts their opinion over others. Marceau, so you're a fucking Karen. You think that your opinion and your little colloquialisms and all your analogies, like you did in the beginning. So, a pilot, just like a pilot that flies a plane, okay? If somebody gives you a steering wheel in a car versus a plane, which one you going to take? You want to fly high or you want to stay low? That's some bullshit he would say. Just making up a bunch of bullshit. And I don't know how anybody sits around him and thinks that this shit is funny. I would be like, please don't talk anymore for the rest of the night. Because number one, I don't know what cockamamie bullshit you talking about. And two, I really actually don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Okay? But Tiffany, you kept getting in the middle of everybody's business. Okay? You kept getting in everybody's shit instead of talking about your own life. You should have been talking about your issues with motherhood and postpartum, you would have helped a whole lot of people, talking about how, you know, you really fucked up having this baby, how you go ahead and haze into the throne with your husband because your husband told you that shit was going to change when you had a baby. That's what you should have been focused on. But yeah, you took you and your breast full of milk to every incident with this baby as your shield, still trying to get in the mix and talk shit. I'm glad that you ended up leaving the show because you needed to leave. It's too much for you. It's team entirely too much, okay? And your husband tried to, hell, the world tried to tell you, you thought you was going to be in the boardroom breastfeeding. Now, how the hell you going to do that? How the hell was you going to do that? Oh, thank you, Phyllis Crawford. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. I try to do the best for y'all. I just be saying what I think, child. I be just saying what I think. So, moving on, Marcel continues to insinuate that only Tiffany is a Karen because she half white. Marcel, well, where's the white blood in you? Okay? Because you black and whack. How about that? And still a fucking Karen, according to your definition. Don't nobody give a shit about what the hell you got to say. Don't nobody care about none of that shit that you be talking about. You can sit the fuck down. That's what you can do. So moving on, Carlos asked Martel why aren't him and Sheree seeing each other anymore. And he says because he wants to refocus himself on life and business, and a relationship takes a lot. So Carlos says Sheree stopped seeing him because of all the negative press. And Marcel chimes in, giving his opinion that nobody asked him about. And then Carlos discusses him being flirtatious with Mel and asks if it's hard for him to date others because he still has feelings for Mel. He plays coy, saying, when did I say I had feelings for Mel? And Nell says, you said it to me. Yeah, manicured Nell. She said, yeah, you said it to me. Uh-huh. You said it to me. I was like, Martel, you have been saying that you love Mel, you want to be with Mel, and this, that, and the third for the longest time. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. Martel don't want to be with Melody. He don't. He wants to be with the benefits of Melody. He's realizing he wakes up every day hoping that he's dreaming. He absolutely does. Only reason he holds on to coleslaw is because it's easy. It's easy breezy. Okay? He wants to be back in his life where he was successful. He was able to walk around in his tight ass suits and really think he was the boss. He really thought he was the man. Okay? And he can't seem to duplicate that with coleslaw, or any woman for that matter. He is addicted to prestige and being the guy. That's what it is. And he's realizing, oh my gosh, I cannot duplicate this on my own. I just can't. I needed Mel more than I thought I did. He does not, he can't bring himself to realize that he really fucked up. And the reality is, you got your biggest dead weight still fucking with her. Coleslaw. Gator mouth. Gator mouth is going to be your biggest downfall because the bitch don't want to work. She don't want to do shit. She thinks that she wants to be, she idolized your life so much with Mel. She thought that she could just slide on in there and be Melody, because in her mind, she thought you were the one that created Mel. But she quickly realized that wasn't the case. That is not true. You ain't create shit because you couldn't big up her and make her little boutique pop. You couldn't make her be somebody. If you want to be somebody and you want to go somewhere, don't you wake up and be with broke tail, okay? He ain't going to get you there. He ain't going to get you there, baby. But she's so addicted. She can't get enough. Because being with Martel is the closest thing to her being with Mel. She idolizes Mel so much. She wants to, it's like she stalks her. I would bet y'all that she played with her pussy to Mel every night. It's some sick shit going on in that girl's mind. She hates to love Mel. She wants to be her so bad that you thought that you could move her out of her life and insert yourself, and you could in turn be just like her. No. Mel is the way Mel is because of Mel and how she was brought up, how the woman that she is, the woman that her mother raised her to be. Not because of Martel. Martel is actually the man that he was because of Mel. So now both of them are stuck in their own form of a sunken place. Martel looks at coleslaw every day with disgust and regret. Every time he comes inside of her and comes back to his senses, he looks at her and is like, fuck. What did I do? I really fucked this up. I thought that I could just continue to live my life and cheat on my wife and get away with it with you. And I thought she would never leave me. I could have your trash puss on the side and go home and be with my wife and everything be all hunky-dory and we be out in the streets taking pictures, matching outfits with our kids and shit and look cute. I thought I could just do that and my wife was just going to be okay with it because she wanted to have a man on her arm because she going and doing all these speaking engagements and whatnot. No, Mel said, oh, I don't have to take your scummy ass with me because what you're not going to do is embarrass the fuck out of me. So I'm going to go and do my speaking engagements and be who I know I am. Because I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me regardless of whether you on my arm or not, my nigga. Okay? You need me more than I need you, bitch. And here's another thing with Gator Mouth. Martel continues to say he's single. Even on a segment on here, Carlos asks, is he in a relationship? And with his child's mother, and Martel says, no, he's single. And Marceau says, does she think y'all are in a relationship? And then Mel says she thinks they are because every time I drop the kids off, she's there. So Carlos asks, does that bother her? That Gator Mouth is there. Mel says it doesn't bother me, but she goes into protective mode with her children because Gator Mouth adored their family so much that she did what she could to destroy it. And she's trashed her and as the kid's mother and even talked trash about Martel, yet he defends her all the time. So instead of Martel addressing directly what Mel said, because Martel is always defending this girl. Martel is the biggest liar sitting on this stage, okay? And even Marceau makes a joke saying, aren't y'all married or whatever? I feel like, I don't know if they married or damn not, but he might have told them damn Scots that he married that bitch. And the only reason he would have married her is because of all this court stuff is coming up. Then she can't testify against him. But I don't think that's going to help you, sir, because all of this would have happened before y'all got married. Okay? And my thing is, Gator Mouth is so dumb. Every time this motherfucker denounces her, doesn't claim her, any of that, don't she realize she want to be on this show so bad? He don't want her on this show. He made that little comment recently, film my real life. That's how you know it's not him saying that shit and it's her. She want to be on this show so bad, but he continues to say he's single. He ain't with nobody. He continues to want to look single in Mel's eyes so that she can think, oh, you're not messing with her no more? Okay, cool. Let's get back together. No, delusional. It's not happening. Martel don't want you on this show, no one, because you're the biggest embarrassment, bitch. You're embarrassing to him. He doesn't want anybody to see him with you. You're not fly like Mel. You're not the AKA Kappa connection like him and Mel was. You're not the picture perfect family that he has in his head. You don't depict that for him. You are the ghetto girl from Dayton, Ohio. He don't give a shit about you. Nothing about you. All he cares about is what's between your legs, and it's free to get. He ain't got to do much work to get it. And you ain't putting up too much of a hard play for him to get it either. The reality is both of them are toxic for each other. And really, Martel's life will probably be better if he really decides to go ahead and leave her alone. Just be a father, get rid of her, go get some therapy so somebody can help you stop thinking that you're still married or that your ex-wife is going to come back to you at some point. You're not even doing, the reality is you're not even doing anything that would make Mel remotely even think about wanting to come back to your dastardly, low down, dirty ass. You do all of this shit talking about how much you love her. Please, baby, baby, please come back to me. Please help me. Help dress me. I'm wearing these tight ass suits and doing all this stuff, trying to find my way in life. I can't figure it out without you. Instead of you just getting help and saying, you know what, Mel, I really fucked up. I really did. I thought that you were going to come back and I could still keep on doing my bullshit. I thought that, you know, I really thought that you couldn't be you without me, but you doing your thing. And I appreciate that because you doing your thing and you killing it and you taking care of my kids. And all I ask is for some help. I need help. Like, we don't got to be together, but if it's just for the sake of the children, help me be a better person financially. What can I do for you? Know me. You know me better than any of these people. What do you think that I can do to make money for myself? Ask her for help. Obviously, she was the one that was the brains behind everything that you had going on. Ask for help. Get yourself together. But the reality is y'all over there, sitting over there jealous of what Mel has going on. You're pissed off that you haven't been able to get the secret sauce together that's going to help you to be just as successful as her. You can't seem to figure it out. So you keep on doing all this bullshit. So that leads us into Mel talking about on the paperwork, because Martel says Mel, instead of him actually going into the conversation about him trashing Mel, the baby mama trashing Mel and how she's even trashed him. Hell, that bitch said Martel was gay. She talked all this shit about him, but yet he's still up here defending her, but don't want to be with her. Ridiculous. So then Martel says Mel had 11 babysitters. It went from 21 babysitters to now it's 11. You can't even keep up with your own damn lies, sir. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what you want to say. You don't know what you want to do to try to poke and prod at Mel. You keep failing at every corner. So I would think that you would want to stop. You have got to stop. Stop trying. Okay? Because this lady defeats you every time you try it. So moving on. Mel says, I know what's in the paper. He says, the babysitter, she got 11 babysitters and he's made requests, but Mel has been difficult and references the paperwork from their court case. And Mel says, I know what's in the paperwork, just like you said in the paperwork that you and Sheree's relationship was a business arrangement. So he runs off like George Jefferson in his tight ass suit to go and get the paperwork, stomping out like a child. Okay. He gives the paperwork to Carlos. Mind you, you packed this paperwork up and brought it all the way from Huntsville, Alabama to fucking LA. For what? You didn't have nothing highlighted in it that you wanted to talk about specifically. You brought this paperwork constantly trying to make your ex-wife look foolish. What is your problem? Like, what were you trying to prove with this paperwork, sir? Can you even read the damn paperwork? Because quiet as it's kept, the Peoples has been saying that Mel helped your ass graduate from college and fix your damn teeth. You can't do shit without this lady. Child, unbelievable. So then Mel says, yeah, Mel says that's not she's going to get the transcript that says it. And she was like, that what was said when he said that, that's not in the paperwork. but it's in the transcript. So basically, you're going to get what the Mel is going to pay for the pages from the stenographer that was in the court typing everything everybody said, so they can get on record what Martel said. She said, "Oh, I'll have it by the time this airs. I'll go ahead and do that." She said, "But that's the paperwork that he been sharing with all the damn bloggers, you know, talking about my children." And that's fucked up. And he was sharing all that. I was watching Queen Sheba the other day, and she was like, it was in the paperwork or something. I think she confirmed, I'm gonna say allegedly, she confirmed that he was talking about Sheree in the paperwork as well, because he sent her the damn transcripts. So you was going around sending everybody this paperwork trying to make Mel look bad, and you still look dumb. You look exceptionally dumb. Constantly trying to make this lady look crazy. Constantly trying to paint her to be a bad mother. But you got old Gator Mouth over there leaving kids in the car, feeding people popsicles for breakfast. Kid not potty trained, not paying the kid no mind when she got him on live. Like, what the hell? Having emotional and mental breakdowns on the internet. Crazy. But Mel is the bad mother. Okay. So then he comes back with the paperwork all upset and gets disrespectful with Mel. He starts to yell saying Mel is a liar, always trying to make him look horrible on TV and the internet. Baby, she ain't got to make you look like nothing. You do a exceptionally good job doing it by your damn self. That's the thing. Martel constantly thinks that somebody is doing something to him. Nobody is doing anything to you. You are doing this to yourself. You constantly lying, and your life's work, instead of you getting off your lazy ass and creating a business for yourself or seeking help for somebody to help you, because maybe you just don't know. The number one thing is Martel is lazy. He don't want to go. He is in denial. He don't want to go back to a life of working hard. He don't want to do that. He wants to sit up here and make it seem like he's still this successful businessman and he's doing the damn thing. And you're not. You got to go back to humble beginnings. Why can't you do property preservation like Mel was doing? Why can't you do classes for people? Because you're not getting the right people to help you to set all this shit up. You don't want to do the work. Mel over there packaging up her own damn packages and shipping it out to people. You think you above that. You want to go back into construction, but you don't want to do what it takes to get the license. You're crazy. You're crazy. Moving on. So Carlos gets up to tell, because Martel going in, talking about how Mel called him a liar, makes him look horrible. Mel is a liar. She makes him look horrible on TV and the internet. Carlos gets up and tells Martel to calm down and at least out of respect for him. Was this a lover's conversation? It was basically, Carlos basically should have said, "Baby, calm down. I got this for you. Just chill, okay? I got you later." Because why are you saying for me, calm down? And why was you paying off allegedly his mama's house to keep it from going into foreclosure, Carlos? Do you do that for all your castmates? Your cast? I'm just wondering. What is your connection to Martel? After he done sat up there and said that they all acting. If he acting, he doing a real good job. Denzel is he should be on the books. Child, please. Martel ain't bit more acting than the man in the moon. This is how you really act. You are unhinged. You need help. You are crazy. You're sitting up there going crazy and going all off the hook because Melody telling the truth on you. You want this woman in his mind. He thinks that Mel is supposed to lie and make him look like this amazing man out here. And he ain't really doing shit. Mel, we revealed in the season that she got to buy the kids groceries while they over your house because you ain't got no damn money. You got to get your shit together, Martel. You are living in a warped sense of a non-reality. You think that you got it like that, and you don't. You are struggling, and you need to accept that. Moving on. Martel says, so Mel says it was so toxic in that house. Now you see why we not together? That's why I beat your ass that time. Then Mel, I'm gonna have to stop you right here. I'm gonna have to stop you right here. Baby, you shouldn't have said that. Okay. I get it. You're angry. He is always coming for you. But baby girl, baby, don't say that. This man had you in court enough. And I think Mel probably at a point where she like, that motherfucker ain't got no damn money to take me to court at this point. So I'm going to say what the fuck I want. But at the end of the day, Mel, don't do that. Don't say shit like that. Because now you are allowing him to make you look bad. We get it. It's shit that's going on in that household. It's shit that went on in that house that I'm sure was absolutely terrible. And I'm sure that you tired of him over here talking shit. I get it. But baby, always maintain your composure, because he going off that he already making himself look bad. You ain't even had to offer that up in the conversation. You really didn't. Okay. So moving on, we're gonna move through these next parts, y'all. As Martel says after that, let a man say something like that, it would be a different story. Child, Martel, you have done so much. You have done so much to this woman and said so much that Carlos has allowed on this stage that it's unbelievable for you to even comment that way. Because y'all done talked about everything under the sun except this revenge P. Carlos, you telling him to calm down, and you're going to suck it out of him later, probably, in my opinion. But nobody on that stage talks about how this man tried to take this woman's children from her. Why didn't Carlos ask people, how did you guys feel about Martel trying to take the kids away from Mel? How do you think Mel is as a mother? Do you think it was okay for him to do that? Because Mel said, you sit up here and lie to everybody on the stage. You got everybody on the stage thinking a certain way about me. You done lied to all these people. Mind you, all of them motherfuckers on the stage know that this nigga was cheating on her. And even Marceau and Maurice said, man, you cheated down. You cheated down. You definitely effed up, messing up your relationship with your wife for this bird. You fucked up. If anything, Martel should be an example for Maurice and Marceau to stop fucking around. Because this too could be you. Mm-hmm. Now, they done talked about Martel. They revealed on the show that they were going to court. Carlos, why you wasn't going to talk about the revenge P? Why you didn't ask the cast? Because you asked the cast how they feel about everybody else. Why didn't you ask them about how they felt about Carlos taking Mel to court? Because I'm interested in hearing what they think. Because y'all always got an opinion, always on Martel's side. Everybody always want to talk about the cheating. You want to talk about cheating and this, that, and the third. Tisha want to come from Mel talking about Mel is talking about my husband cheating. She just want my husband to be cheating because hers was. Martel was the one that said that Marceau had 21 women first. Or 20 women. But y'all still hanging around him, kicking the bobo. It's okay for Martel to say shit and get away with it. But y'all want to incriminate Mel over everything. I don't get it. I've never seen so much hate for one person in my life. Unbelievable. But moving on. Tiffany discusses her postpartum depression, how she never thought that would happen to her. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Marceau begins to act like he's going to miss Tiffany on the show. Moving on. Boy, bye. Carlos says what she did was brave, because basically they're not going to come back to the show. Carlos says that what she did was brave and it's not easy, and the door is always open for her to come back to the show and to Black, trying to be funny. Ciao. Carlos, you again want Tiffany back on the show so that you can use her as your little mole. You want to use her to get around what you done allow the Scotts to put as a clause in their contract, not talk about this and not talk about that. So you can't make it where it becomes a beat, right? Because it's in their contract. So you use Tiffany because they have to answer questions. People on the cast can ask questions, right? So you want to use Tiffany as your mold to do that. And I think Carlos can't use Kiki too much because I don't really think Carlos really likes Kiki like that. I think Carlos thinks that Kiki talks too much, which I would agree with him. So he can't use Kiki as the mold with the Scotts. So now he got to figure something else out for next season. You really are, because I'm telling you, the show is going to hell in a handbasket real fast because people getting tired of these lackluster stories. Okay, it's seen too much and not enough. Okay, so last but not least, okay, mind you, did the Fletchers talk about anything? They had the Fletchers on stage not really saying shit. Then they left the stage and here come Betty and Junior, which, you know, I really wish that we had went more into things with the Fletchers, because the reality is Martel hangs around Chris Fletcher because Chris Fletcher was able to win Manicure Nail back over. So I guess he feel like if I hang around Chris enough, he can help me figure out how to get Mel back. I think that's what really is in his head, because it took Chris 18 months to get his wife back. So Martel probably like, oh, you know, okay, maybe it's taking me a little longer, but she'll come back. Let me keep on hanging around the Fletchers, and, you know, both of us keep talking to them, and they can talk some sense into Mel. No, baby. No. Chris was able to show Manicure Nail the forest for the trees and stop effing around. He changed himself. You continue to do the same old bullshit. That's what it is. You are not showing any road to change. None. And you shouldn't even be changing because you're trying to get Mel back. You should be changing because you want to be a better person and show your children that you're not a fucking scumbag. Unbelievable. All right, y'all, we get to this last scene with Betty fucking Petty, Freddie, Kruger face, bitch ass, shut the fuck up ass. I am so sick and tired of this mother narrative. Like, Carlos must have had mother dearest, mommy dearest as a mother. Like, he loves this toxic drama with mothers. And I don't understand. So you got Betty, we're going to go on through this. You get Betty and Junior on the stage. They go over the highlight reel about firing Junior, Courtney bringing him back, the drama with Stormy's mom and aunt, and Stormy's mom having beef with Mel over a tweet and thinking Mel has negative energy. So you go over all of this stuff with Go-Kart Betty and her sister, right? That was supposed to be the main story. Hell, y'all dedicated a big chunk of the last episode to Stormy trying to get her family back together. But the first question you ask this mealy mouth bitch is about Mel. Not how is your relationship with your sister right now? How are things going with your family? Have you guys been able to patch things up since the fish fry? Stormy, how is your relationship with Junior surrounding all the drama with your moms not getting along? You ain't asked that question, Carlos. The first thing, Carlos is a shady little bitch because Carlos don't like Melody, y'all. Carlos needs Melody. That's what it is. So he tries to maintain enough of a relationship with her where he can keep this show going, because he realizes, he wishes that he could get rid of Mel and not have her for the show, because he really don't like her. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. And Mel know he don't fuck with her either. But Mel is about her business. So she's going to keep a straight face around this nigga. And she don't trust his ass either. Trust me. Okay? I can see right on through it. I'm very intuitive with my Scorpios. Okay? In my opinion, I don't think Mel trusts Carlos as far as she can fucking throw his ass. And that leads me to, why are you asking the first question about Mel and Betty drama? Why? Of all the stuff where people can talk about their own personal story, that's the first thing you ask her? Okay. So Carlos asked Betty about her disdain for Mel instead of talking about their family issues first. That's what I put in my notes. So Betty talks about comments in groups about Stormy and Mel not defending her. They also talk about Mel making a live tweet about someone in her home recording her, and Stormy was in her home at the time, making it seem like it was her. So Mel says she retracted that and made it clear it wasn't Stormy. Now, I will say this. I remember when Mel, she had put something in her story one time. I don't have it because I don't save all that shit. But she had something in her story where she had said that she alluded to it not being Stormy. And she even told her fans, y'all leave her alone. It wasn't the person that was in my house at the time. That was that whole situation where it wasn't even, so there was a recording that was played, and it was a recording that Destiny played. And it was from a podcast. It wasn't even from somebody being in Mel's house. Now, this was when Mel found out, allegedly, that Martel had given them kids phones. And he was trying to listen in on her and record her some kind of way. That's what that was all about. Invading her privacy, harassing her, much like what he went to jail for. Which, quiet as it's kept, loud as I'm going to tell y'all, I think that was due to Mel that he went to jail recently. That's my opinion. So moving on. Betty goes on and on about Mel needing to tell her fans this and how Mel be in the groups too. Bitch, Mel has shit to do. You obviously don't have nothing to do, and you're clearly not watching your damn mama and taking care of her as much as you was arguing with your sister over it. And we learned in the last episode, Stormy paying for care for your mother. So you don't even take care of your mother all day. You have a nurse that comes in and takes care of. Now, mind you, I'm sure her mother Betty takes care of her mother overnight, okay? Because I'm sure the nurse ain't there all day, 24/7. But bitch, what? So you are in the Facebook groups all day while the nurse is there taking care of your mama? Mel got shit to do. She's on planes taking trips, not looking in groups. Who has time for that? Shit, I'm a fucking blogger and I'm not in them damn groups all fucking day because I got shit to do. Why would you think that somebody is sitting on the internet watching what the fuck is being said about your daughter? You care because that's your daughter. I get it. You don't want nobody talking about your baby. I get it. You are her mother and you are going to go at anything to defend her. But baby, let's make it very clear. You was tweeting in 2019 talking shit about Mel. Okay? You've been hating on Mel. This is before Mel even made a tweet. Okay? Let's make that very clear. And they put that in them Facebook groups that you in. You can't stand Mel for whatever reason. And I'm going to tell you why I think she can't stand Mel. I think that Betty Kruger is jealous. Go-Kart Betty is what I call her. I think that Betty is jealous of Mel because Stormy came to Carlos. And Carlos sideline admitted this. Okay? Stormy came to Carlos to get her own show. Carlos didn't think it was interesting and he shut it down. Stormy was supposed to be on Bell Collective, which I think her ass need to be on there now. But Stormy was supposed to be on Bell Collective. He looked at her for Bell Collective and didn't think she was interesting. So Betty is hating on Mel because she's looking at Mel like, why did he pick you and not my daughter? Who the fuck do you think you are? Where you can get a show greenlit and not my daughter? Why are you on TV first before my daughter? That's her problem. Because she made a comment about, and Stormy is self-made. She's this and that and the third. Congratulations. Your daughter got money. She got a business, okay? She's doing well. But now she got her mother embarrassing her all up and down the damn TV looking like a fucking fool. Now we'll give it to Betty. Your hair looking like the bomb. I'm glad whoever slayed that wig and put it on top of your head, because I do not want to see them damn angel hair noodles you call locks on your head, okay? Because bitches, it looks the fuck terrible. You need to keep these wigs on and get you some Canvas Beauty oil and put it on that scalp. Because it's looking like a sunroof top in the making. I'm just saying. The balding is inevitable. Because when you that stressed and stank with an attitude, I can imagine your hair falling out at some point. You are very ghetto, and you are making your daughter that's this multi-millionaire so successful. You up here making her look bad. And Stormy, I'm going to get into you too. Because yes, I get it, sis. You are successful. You got money. You was made before you got on this show. Blah, 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 blah. But you want to continue to lie and not understand or accept the fact that Mel helped you get on this show. You don't want to admit it. You don't want to admit that you took the wrong road by hanging out with the damn Scotts. When you realize that they really don't got no money the way that they act like they do. They really not as successful as they act like they do. Because you was TikToking it up with them motherfuckers before. You was buying Gucci bags to be Gucci with Destiny because you thought that you was going to get in the in crowd with everybody else and dismiss Mel because you was hating on her. You just couldn't understand why this girl that don't have as much, this woman that isn't as financially successful as you yet, is so adored and loved. Why? Why is everybody looking at her? I'm going to take her place. I'm going to befriend everybody else on the show. And I'm going to become the it girl because I got the coins. You weren't interesting. You're not as interesting as Mel. Let's just keep it a buck. You played the wrong fiddle. And your notes have not come out right ever since. And you were doing little shady shit, talking about chesses. Child, we can go down memory lane. Where you were on the internet. Let's talk about this. Stormy, you were on the internet talking about Chess's products, skincare products, around the time that Mel came out with Sugar Mama's product. And you shaded the fuck out of Mel to what people thought you did all over the internet. Shaded it out, talking about it takes a long time to make products. And, I've been testing this for years. And people that just come out with products, they probably got it off the market and just put a label on it. Anybody can do that. But I have my products, because I worked really hard on this. When people thought that you was Shade Mel, which I know, and I think you did, you didn't come out and say, I wasn't talking about Mel's products. You didn't come out and do that. You didn't come out and speak up and say, oh, no, guys, I support Mel's products. I actually, used her skincare products. I don't think Mel, I believe that she took the time to come out with her product. You didn't do that. But you expected Mel to immediately come out, and Stormy speaks up and says, I feel like the only reason that you said anything to retract your statement or say that it wasn't me is because my mother said something. Stormy, what? The reality is y'all doing too much. Y'all are in these internet streets, on social media, taking it too damn serious. That's what it is. It's too serious. Now, Mel, I am going to say this, okay? There has been this girl, Now, Stormy was really affected by that because you got Inspector Gadget of all the people on damn that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. They going out here getting people criminal records, all this shit, y'all. They really went ham on this girl for you. Going to, even though she, you know, she wasn't helping the situation on her own, not shipping people's shit out, but going on the Better Business Bureau, going on her website, making negative comments about her business. I'm sure that took a toll on that girl mentally. So she said, Mel was like, why you didn't call me? And Stormy was like, well, how could I? I didn't have your number. I felt bad for Stormy in that moment. Because it's like, you know, I worked so hard for all of this shit. I wanted to be famous so bad. I got on this show and was foul as fuck to this broad. But I underestimated how much her fan base really cares about her. And now they fucking my whole shit up. Now, was it right for people to go after her business, call and Target and all this shit, trying to get her products off the shelf? Y'all be doing too damn much. Okay, y'all be doing too much. And Stormy, if it meant that much to you and you realized you couldn't call Mel and you didn't understand why you couldn't call Mel, you should have went on and DM'd her like she asked you to. When y'all had that scene where she was like, I didn't give my phone number to a lot of people. I only gave my phone number to like 10 people. You could have DM'd me. I didn't block you on social media. And if it was affecting you that much, you could have DM'd her. Period. So, Stormy, cry me a river, dick face. Because you sat up here and let your mother, you didn't go on the internet and tell your mother to stop bashing Mel. You didn't do that. So stop expecting other people to do shit that you're not going to do. Okay? These people be all over the internet talking shit all the damn time. All the fucking time. But y'all don't go on there and police every comment. And I remember, Stormy, you and Mel was riding in the damn car together after that. Riding in the G-Wagon, saying, we cool. Who thinks that we have beef? We cool. I remember y'all doing that. But Mel, I will say this, okay? You should have been much more, you brought this girl on the show. You should have been more forthcoming and said, listen, just like you went live about the revenge piece stuff and you went live cussing Gator Mouth out and all that stuff, you go live about whatever you want to go live about. And I respect that. And you did say something eventually, but it wasn't something that was permanently up. I can't remember. I don't have the post. But you should have said Stormy's name. You should have said, I'm not talking about Stormy. Stormy did not record me. I don't believe Stormy recorded me. So y'all stop fucking with Stormy. Next. Plain and simple. That was supposed to be your friend that you brought on the show. And also, Mel, I want to see you say in the next episode, you know what? I didn't feel the need to retract anything or protect you because you was talking about my products, shading me and my business, trying to say that I just was jumping. I really don't have all the business experience that you have. You was really shading me. You was hanging around with people that don't fuck with me. You buying Gucci bags for a bitch that I don't fuck with, that's always talking shit about me. Hell, going in rooms talking shit about me with my damn enemies. And y'all all know what this Negro has done to me. But yet y'all keep on supporting him, but bashing me. What? But Stormy, you know what? I can't feel sorry for you because guilt make you tilt, honey. And Betty, get a fucking life. Hell, is Junior gonna talk? Because he got up here with his damn leisure suit on and got up and did a twirl, and that was about it. The conversation was over. We didn't get to talk to him. Betty up there laughing like a damn demon. Like, like a witch. I'm like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Stormy, get your mother. Because your mother is trash. Seriously. Why are you up here talking shit to Melody? Why is Melody living so rent-free in your fucking head? I wouldn't give a damn about what your daughter's so rich, right? She taking care of you. She got money. You over here worrying about Melody. I wouldn't give a fuck about what the fuck Mel was doing. Unbelievable. Your daughter retired you. She's taking care of you. Why or oh why? What girl, go in the damn warehouse and help her pack up some boxes to get these orders out faster. That's what the fuck you need to be doing. Okay? Not worrying about what the fuck Mel is doing in these damn Facebook groups. These Facebook groups ain't shit. And most of the time, the shit that they be talking about in there is not true. It's a bunch of made up shit, a bunch of cackling hens that ain't got shit to do all day but be internet gangsters. That's it. That's it. Shout out to 200 people in the chat. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not. Like the video, y'all. Keep getting me into the algorithm, okay? Let's keep this thing rolling, all right? And y'all, and speaking of damn Facebook, they done started to pay people to go over there because everybody was on Instagram and damn TikTok. I can't even tell you the last time I put a damn post on my Facebook page that wasn't over there because I posted it on Instagram first. Don't nobody give a shit about Facebook. So all them people over there is a bunch of old ass biddies talking shit. Like Bitter Betty. But Stormy, you full of crap, you know. At the end of the day, you can't tell nobody what to do. These fans are going to fan. They're going to say and do whatever they want. They're going to take on whatever. These people are going to do whatever the hell they want to do and say whatever they want to say. Mel can't control these people. She just cannot. Okay? Then Betty, you over here talking about something, and you up here arguing with the same man for 3 years that you done divorced. Bitch, mind your business. Why did your husband leave your cackling ass? Uh-huh. You and Stormy Daddy ain't together. Talk about that. Talk about your own shit. And here's another thing. Tisha just sat up here and said that your daughter be popping pills. You ain't got all this smoke for her. Tisha copied shit off your daughter's website and put it on her website. You ain't got no smoke for her. Tisha sat up here and did all this shit where it comes to Stormy. Talked all this shit. But you ain't got no smoke for her. Make it make sense. You talking all this shit to Mel about what you feel about her. You feel she's negative. This lady ain't never did nothing to you. Nothing to you. At first you made up some shit talking about some, Stormy and, I was disciplining. Somebody was disciplining. She made up this whole fucking story about somebody disciplining Chess, Stormy's son. And she didn't like that Mel was defending Chess's behavior and not going along with Stormy. And you were the one coming in there defending Chess too. And apparently Mel was like, that's right, you better listen to grandma or whatever the hell, or some shit like that. So you mad at Mel for agreeing with you. First of all, it's dumb. So you want to make up every week a different reason why you mad at damn Melody. Girl, get a fucking life, Betty. Get a fucking life. Get a life. Because are you mad at her over something she said about your grandson when she stuck her nose in something, which I feel like she was being nice. She was like, oh, he's so cute, and kids, they just going to be kids or whatever. That wasn't even nothing negative. You said that was the reason why you didn't like her. Now you saying she had negative energy. Now you talking about it was a tweet. Pick a damn lane and stay in it. Because you are just going off the road every which way. It makes no sense. And frankly, we tired. We are tired. And Mel says, listen, lady, I'm not even here for you, my nigga. Like, girl, why is you talking to me? Don't talk to me. And at that moment, I would have turned to Stormy and had a conversation with her. And I like the fact that Mel said, listen, Stormy, I can see how it felt that way, and I can see how you feel that way, but that was not my intention. And Stormy, you talking about some, no, you did see it. You did see the tweets. I know you did, but whatever. Stormy, you obviously are hurt over something with Melody. Y'all need to have a conversation over that, because all of this that you're doing is team entirely too much. And Stormy, you had so much going on. You didn't care to talk to Mel. And you always acting like you don't care what nobody say about you. You that girl, who gives a shit? I'm self-made. I got the money. I holler if you hear me. You this, that, and all that in a bag of chips. So why the fuck do you care about Mel defending you? Why do you need her to defend you? And then you kept on saying y'all weren't friends. Y'all were getting to know each other. So why would you expect somebody that you getting to know to hop on the internet and defend you? But I'm not going to let nobody that I'm just getting to know shoot a damn video in my house. You just let anybody come over your house? Stormy, you full of shit. Pick a lane and stay in that motherfucker right along with your mama. Okay? Y'all have got that Bonnie and Clyde riding down the road of bullshit at this point. You ain't your mama. Pick a damn lane and stay in it. But y'all, that's it. I done held y'all up for an hour and 4 damn minutes. Okay. Unlike y'all, that's off tomorrow. I got to go to work. Okay. I got to go to work tomorrow. So I'm about to go up here, iron my clothes, get my life together. But thank y'all so much for watching. I anticipate part 3 to be just as full of bullshit. I don't even know why we have 3 parts, to be honest. I think some of this stuff could have been summed up. We spent entirely too much on trying to make Keke sound like a drug addict. Okay, I'm sick and tired of that. We spent entirely too much time letting Tisha act like she's that girl, cutting everybody else off to let her talk about absolutely fucking nothing. We need to actually give the Fletcher some time to talk next episode, because we should have let them talk more this time, with Tiffany and them not being back on the show. I don't even know why they came to the reunion, because it really wasn't much that they gave to the show. They really didn't. Okay? And quiet as it's kept, a lot of y'all happy that her ass ain't on the damn show. And the only reason she ain't on the show, because Louis told her, you gonna stay home and take care of this damn baby like you said you would. Okay, you wanted this baby. You are going to stay here and do what you got to do. And this show you ain't got time for. You ain't got time. All right. Alpha MC says, thank you, Shay, for this review. We are all over the BS of CK, the Scots, and the producers of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Absolutely. Demi Bell says, thank you so much, Shay. I absolutely love your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Angie still riding for me. I see you, Angie. Hitting subscribe, the like button. Okay, subscribe to the channel. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And hey, Courtney Clark. Good night, Shay and chat. What's up? What's up? Yo, she says, hi, Angel. Angie says, bye, Felicia. Y'all, I love Angie. She is hilarious. But y'all, thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this craziness roll out with us too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.